Rabotai, it says over here by Pele Yoetz, ראוי לכל אדם לנהג בחסידות וכל אשר בכוחו לעשות יעשה. שכמו שתהיה הממון אוהב כסף לא יתבע כסף, ואף שיש לו דמר שרו אינו לא תשבע ואין חצי תאוותו בידו. על אחת כמה וכמה לעשות דבר שרו ולהביא השעה אחת של כל עבוד המטבע שהוא יפה מכל חלם הזה. He says that, you see, we know what he says over here. We know what he says. But we have to engrave it in our brains. What is it? That all, and you'll hear it, even if you hear it a million times, it's worth it. All the pleasures of this world, all the pleasures that you could imagine in your lifetime, from the time you're born to the time you're dead, any pleasure, take that one pleasure. Imagine a guy has the greatest pleasure in the world for eternity. Let's say they come and they told you right away, you're going to own the whole islands, where you have your own hotel, the craziest 5-star, the craziest pools, the craziest, whatever it is, whatever it may be. And you're the number one guy in the world, the most powerful person in the situation. It doesn't equal to the sniff of the outside waiting room of Gan Eden. Imagine you're in a doctor's office. Sometimes you're in a doctor's office. You didn't go see the doctor. You're in the waiting room. Right? Yeah, so you see over there, I know one time when I was a kid, I went to orthodontist, and in his waiting room, it was like a very high line waiting room. He had different gadgets, like a virtual reality. You put it on your head and you feel like you're playing a game inside the thing. Like you feel like you're mamash, like you're like driving a car, and all the time, like whoa. And then finally, like they're calling your name and you're not even realizing, where am I? Oh, now you got to go inside. I say, oh man, I want to finish. Says that's the waiting room. The waiting room before you even get into the thing. He says before you even walk into Gan Eden, the smell that a person's gonna sniff outside is greater than the pleasure that a person will have from the beginning of life to the end of his life. Just that one smell. Could you believe that? Could you imagine that? Could you know why? Should I tell you why it's so important to know and to feel and to believe? You know why? I'll tell you why. Because a person in life needs to have motivation. Now, something's got to tick in him. Something's got to motivate him. How do I know that? You could get anybody to do something if the price is right. Anybody. Look what we have over here. We started a youth minyan. Overnight. 20 guys. 20 guys. All of a sudden, 20 teenage minyan. All together. How did it happen? I'm going to tell you how it happened. The motivation was, I took 2 teenagers, and I told them, listen, come over here, you and you. I said, next week, I want you to bring 20 guys, if you know of, don't go to shul. They go to shul, Baruch Hashem. They have a minyan for themselves. They have 20 guys that don't go to shul, I want. No, I can't do it. This. I took out some green cash. I said, here's $200, here's $200. Go get it done. So Rabbi, we'll do it. The next day they did it. That Shabbat we had it. How did it happen? They had a motivation. Young guys, they had a motivation. Don't tell them I told you that, by the way. No, you guys did it. No, you had a motivation. You have to motivate people to do something. What happened? There was a guy over here. I spoke to him. I said, how you doing? Rabbi, this, that, blah. I told him like this. I said, do you learn Torah? He tells me, no. I said, we have a guy in our minyan over here. Rabbi, we have a guy in our minyan over here that never started to learn. All of a sudden, he started to learn every night. And every day he has another story. Rabbi, you don't understand. I got another crazy deal, business. I got an amazing deal. I got this, I got that. So now what does he do? He gets his friends by telling him, I'm telling you I do this, and I'm seeing Atzlacha. Come learn Torah. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, we did that with one person over here, and he said, Rabbi, I'm in. I need some extra parnasa. I'm in. I'm going to be here every night. What motivated him? I don't care. You're right. It's not Hashem Shemaim, but eventually it'll come to be the Olam Yasok Lo Lishma Shemitoch Shalom Ba Lishma. Eventually it'll come to Lishma. Don't worry about it. It'll hit him so hard that eventually it'll be Lishma. Hashem Shemaim for Hashem's sake and this that. It's okay. In the beginning not, but at the end it will be. It will be at the end. Don't worry about it. It'll get there. But now what? Guess what? It worked. The guy is here every single night. The guy started to come. Why? Because he got motivated. He got motivated. Now I'm telling him in advance. It's not a guarantee. I'm not saying for sure you're going to come and all of a sudden, because what happens if you give him the guarantee, he comes for 2 weeks, oh, Rabbi, blah, 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 blah. Here's the whole shebang, Rabbi, blah, blah, blah. So what do I tell him? I'm not guaranteeing you, your parents are going to skyrocket, but what I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you get a Lama. I'm guaranteeing you get Eden is going to be tremendous. I'm guaranteeing all that. That's for sure, 100%, no question about. This, you take a chance. Maybe yeah, maybe not. Probably yeah. But I'm not saying for sure. I'm not guaranteeing that. But guess what? He gets motivated. Okay, for that, I'll take a chance. I'm ready. Do it. Torah is motivating you. Torah is telling you you're not understanding something. One mitzvah that you do here, one mitzvah, it's trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions. It'll never ever end. And that's what a person has to brainwash him. He has to get in his brain so engraved in it that he understands that automatically he's like a mitzvah machine. Mitzvah, 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 mitzvah. That's what you have to do. You have to be a mitzvah machine. That's what you have to do. Torah mitzvah. That's what you have to do. You have to do that. You have to do that. One time, I remember, there was a guy, he was in my house, and he was like in the back, I was sitting, speaking with somebody, and as I was speaking to somebody, there was a guy in my house, all the way to the left corner in my house, and I answered, Amen. I heard his beracha, and I answered, Amen. So this guy, who was with, on the other side, just hearing the comment, he's like, how'd you just do that? I said, what do you mean? He's like, how'd you answer Amen? How'd you hear his beracha? I was like, I heard his beracha. He says, why? Why? The answer is you train yourself so well. Mitzvah, boom, grabbed it, Amen. Mitzvah, boom, grabbed it. You have to know. If I wouldn't have heard the beracha and I didn't know what he was saying, that's I'm not gonna answer Amen. I'm gonna say I want to know what he's saying. Yeah, you gotta be careful. But I'm just bringing a point. You gotta be sensitive to grab mitzvot. Grab. And I know we know it. But you gotta engrave it. Little by little, you become a mitzvah machine. Go automatic. Mitzvah, grab, mitzvah. You ever see like a video game, right? Where like, you have to grab the coins, you have to jump there, grab that coin, grab that coin. All of a sudden you become like a monkey. Grab. Whoa, how fast are you? Because you trained yourself so well.